she's actually been outside in front of the Supreme Court for probably the last month, every day, every evening. She's got this awesome speaker system she brings to the batteries, and we just rock on out dancing. Dancing. And she's been a wonderful friend.
What
She
does
let
the
me this
flag
flag.
say?
Yeah, I'll show you. Let me see if I can flip it around real fast. So it's a little hard to say, but it says, "Don't tread on my uterus," and it's basically got a picture of female reproductive organs on it. So it's like it's kind of like a joke on the Gadsden flag that these right wingers use a lot. It's like, "Don't tread on me." You've probably seen it. It's got like a snake. It's from like the Revolutionary War. It says, "Don't tread on me." It's got a picture of a snake. Well, it's saying, "Don't tread on my uterus." Basically, keep your laws off of my body. Keep your laws off of women's private parts.
I think it's about maybe like it's about time, because when it gets dark, I want you to be able to see why it's light outside. Like, do you think that you'll be able to come down within the next 30, 40 minutes while it's still light out, so you can be able to get down safely?
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, I guess once I'm in there's probably lights inside of the, inside that passageway. And I got my phone light, and I just want to run the battery out because I climbed the fucking bridge.
On?
As soon as I get down, I don't know. I'm using a spare battery pack, so I honestly don't know how long it's going to last for. But as soon as I get down, I'm going to go to jail anyway. And it's a nicer view out here than it is in jail. So I've slept outside in front of the Supreme Court for the last 2 weeks. I'm used to sleeping outside. I don't mind it. But if I need to, I'll head down.
That the police haven't tried to come up there and rescue you yet. Like, you've been up there for 12 hours and nobody has came up there to try to rescue you yet. Like, that is
really great. It's a record.
That's really showing that this city is really not standing on business for real. You standing more on business than they are. Like, how nobody came up there in 12 hours to come and rescue you. This city here is really messed up. I'm telling you, like, it really is. There's no way that nobody came up there yet.
I thought for sure. They would have by now, but I guess,
Like 12 hours. Like, what is this city going to do? What y'all going to do? Y'all going to let this man stay up here until he decides to come down there?
They're collecting that sweet overtime. You saw how many cop cars are parked on top of the bridge.
That's crazy.
That's sweet overtime for somebody.
That's crazy. Like, they reeled this thing right there just chilling.
Does it really take... It's crazy. It is. But, it gives me the opportunity to talk with y'all, and this is why I'm here. It's amazing. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it. Like, I know a couple of people in my family, my friends, that they've been through situations that they had literally just had kids, and like they didn't want to, go through that right all over again, even though they was supposed to have been having protected sex anyway. But like people they want to have unprotected sex, so they got an abortion like a couple weeks later. But it's really messed up, like how they just trying to control these women's body. Like, I really don't agree with the abortion thing. Like, I joke and stuff about it with people, but like, really, I don't agree with it. I really don't agree with it.
I trust women. I trust women to make the decisions for their own bodies and their own reproduction.
Like, if they want to have an abortion,
absolutely,
like, they know what they can handle. Like, come on now, like, you're gonna make these women have all these kids, and if something happens, condom make bust, like all this stuff is like 89%, and everything is not 99%, is what I'm saying. So like, how you gonna? I don't know. Like, that's crazy. That's weird. Like, these people is just weird. The government is really fucked up, really, really messed up, and it's just like.
Oh, this is why people got to rise up. Nonviolent.
So like, I feel like our rights is going to be taken away. Like, I feel like they just gave it to us because we came so powerful and so strong behind the gay rights. But I feel like they don't agree with the gay rights and getting married and all that stuff. So I feel like they will take that from us too. Like I really feel like that.
Absolutely.
If they taking away abortions.
Yeah, absolutely. Really? Really? Dude, they want to take away democracy itself. They don't want to be bothered by elections anymore. It's called fascism. And we've seen it. We've seen it in country after country. You know, and that's the game they're playing. They're playing for keeps. You know? This is the first domino to fall. And that's why it's so important that people get out there and we stand up for our rights. You know? And we can win. We absolutely will win. We got the numbers, we got the power, we got to get organized, we got to wield it non-violently. You know, that's why I keep harping on nonviolence, but this is what sociology and history proves, is that nonviolent movements succeed like twice as often as violent movements. And in this country, you're talking about going up against the most heavily armed, most powerful police force, military in the world. You know, a violent revolution against the state is not, it's not in the ballpark. But what we absolutely could do is absolutely could bring the function of this country peacefully, quietly, non-violently to a halt. No government can rule when the people withdraw their consent, when people refuse to go along, when people refuse to go to work, to pay their taxes, to do all the stuff that's expected of them. You know, 1 million people sitting in the streets of Washington D.C. They'll get results, and they don't got to lift a finger. They got to just sit down, hold those streets, don't go home, camp out day after day after day. That'll win women's rights in a heartbeat. 10 days, 2 weeks maybe, because it happens over and over around the world. You look at like Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, they had a governor, asshole, like Trump, but without the snake oil salesmanship charm, whatever that people says he has. And he got caught in a scandal where he was basically, him and his cabinet members were like exchanging homophobic messages on Signal, in a Signal group, and it went public. And the people, basically, that was enough. They had it with that dude, and that was like the final straw. The unions called the people to downtown Puerto Rico, downtown San Juan, the capital. Ricky Martin, the singer, the pop star, called people into the streets. They went down in the millions. They sat down in the streets for 14 days with a simple demand: resign. You, out of here. They forced the resignation of their governor. 14 days sitting in the streets. We could force Congress to protect our rights. It probably wouldn't even take 14 days. We absolutely could do it. Just got to step out of our comfort zones, lose our fear, find each other, meet each other, come together, support each other in it. That's how we'll win. No doubt.
I'm mad it's only you by yourself, though. So yeah. when you come out from jail, because I know you don't go to jail, but we need to link up. For real, because I can get a lot of people to do what we got to do to. But hold on. So what do we have to do to actually try to get this reversed again? Because I mean, if they reversed it, they had to go to the Supreme Court. So what do we have to do to go against this? Well, to get an appeal, to file an appeal?
There's a couple. Yeah, there's a couple of avenues that we have. And you'll probably talk to political people know better than I do. But I do know that we have, the Democrats anyway, have a nominal majority in the Congress. So if all the Democrats were on the same page, they could pass a law that does the same thing, that protects our rights.
But so this
protects the right to abortion nationwide.
State though, or it has to go back to the Supreme Court for the whole country.
The Supreme Court is not going to change their mind. What you'll have to do is force the resignation of people from the Supreme Court, or get the Congress to expand the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court didn't used to have 9 justices on it. Once upon a time, it had 6 or maybe less. I don't know exactly. But the Congress has the power to add more justices, and they could. The Congress has the power to pass a law to make abortion legal nationwide, including in all the red states. They could, but it'll take a massive amount of popular power to make them do that. It'll take lots of people in the streets for at least a few days. But we have that power. We can build it. We can do it. There's you know, we got to tip all the dominoes over. We got to find the celebrities that call the people in the streets.
Everybody in the comments, who with it? Who with it? Who with it? I'm
Say
with
again?
it. Who with it in the comments?
Oh yeah, put it in the comments if you're with it.
If you
sure.
with it, let's go. I'm serious. Because
Yeah,
I mean,
for real.
I got a little show, and basically it's a drama show, and I'm trying to really like bring some type of like goodness with it, like it's because there's a lot of drama with it every day. So I started this thing with domestic violence. I started letting women come on my show and like speak on their domestic violence situations, and men, because I'm not saying that women are the only one that get hit. Men get hit also. So I try to like bring that to my platform. But I want to bring something else, like this abortion thing. Like a lot of people will be really with it. Like, seriously, they be with your movement.
Yeah.
And I'm with your movement.
It's a super popular movement. I think it's something like 60, 70, 80% of the country, depends how you ask them. They support abortion rights in some form. The problem is, that's what they call passive support. What we need is active support. We need to move a small percentage of those people who are in passive support into active support, being willing to get into the streets peacefully, non-violently. You know, another good video to watch, Roger Hallam, Nonviolent Direct Action. He lays out the whole game plan of how they do this in country after country, how we can do it in the United States.
Okay, so like how are we supposed,
Roger Hallam, Nonviolent Direct Action.
If the government is making the white and black people enemies? Like, how are we supposed to take a stand when the media portrays us being monsters and the white people are against us in the media?
Well, we have to reject that. We have to reject that at every opportunity and fight back against it. You know? Absolutely.
I mean, but how do we fight against it when like racism still exists like heavily out here?
Well, I think there's a couple things we can keep in mind. One is that we're not going to get the hardcore racists on our side, and we don't need them. It's a waste of energy to try and go to them.
But you know, like,
we need to start building
like,
bridges
they're gonna try to
and
go against it. Like, you know, some people like hate abortion, so like they're going to try to fight that, and they're going to come.
Say again.
And then we're coming with non-violence, and they're coming with violence. How are we supposed to come to a middle point?
Right. Well, I have to remember there are, like, you know, violent racists in, I'm talking about like the private people of this country. Absolutely. The main opponents that we're dealing with here, though, is the government, right? That's who we're trying to fight on the ground. And they have the power of the state behind them. They got the police forces, right? They got the army. They got the National Guard. But we got to look at history and see how these movements succeed, even in the face of violent opposition, because they do succeed. And one of the videos you can check out, Intro to Civil Resistance. It opens up with a montage of like 6, I think, dictators whose power was broken by nonviolent civil resistance. Just because they have the guns, that doesn't mean they have all the power. And people have organized under worse conditions than we have in the United States. Repressive conditions with, you know, actual police states, with, you know, where you don't have even free speech rights, where this conversation right now would end with us getting arrested and thrown in jail.
Yeah. Right?
We can have this conversation. We got free speech rights. There's no big deal, right? I mean, we might get put on a list or something, but we can't go to jail for having this conversation. In some countries, you can. But civil resistance movements have succeeded even in those repressive countries. So we got to look at history. We got to study history. We got to learn it. We got to take the lessons from it. and we can apply them here. And there's groups that we can turn to for help and willing to help and teach. There's one woman that I've been trying to get in touch with unsuccessfully. Her name's Erica Chenoweth. She works at Harvard. She's a sociologist. Maybe we can give her a phone call or something, or a hunger strike on her doorstep and get her help. But she wrote the book on civil resistance movements, why civil resistance works. Check that book out. Let's get some of these people. We got some good readers and some good analytical thinkers.
Y'all in the comments,
there's probably a dozen, 2 dozen.
Really remedial. Like, y'all wanted me to get up here to get him down. How y'all want me to get up here to stop his movement? Like, I just came up here to like get a better understanding. And like, talking always don't work. You gotta listen. Like, I'm listening to this man, like, to see what he got to say. Like, y'all already slow. Like, y'all slow as shit. Like, y'all blow me. Like, y'all want me to keep telling him to get down, get down, get down. Like, y'all, if I ain't want to get down, like, why would I get down? Like, he's not listening to me.
It's coming from a good place. I mean, I absolutely know. I absolutely know it's come from a good place, that everyone has, our best interests at heart. And I just gotta do this thing that I gotta do. And that's why I came here to do a job, and I'm just doing it. And I'm gonna come down, and as soon as I can. And I'm just gonna try and run this battery out, because this is just an opportunity.
But you can't let the battery run
to
out,
talk to you.
You may need your,
listen.
Your battery and your light to see to get down, because it's getting dark. Like, it's getting dark outside.
Yeah, true.
And it's gonna take you.
Yeah, let me peek inside the hatch and see if they got lights on in there.
So you don't know what obstacles or what is in there. So you know what I'm saying. You need to be able to see when you go down there. Like,
yeah, let me take a look and see what it looks like. Give me just a second. See what we got down there. Oh yeah. It's full of lights.
What is it? Let us see.
They got lights galore. Okay, hold on. If I can lift it with one hand, it's kind of heavy. Hatch. Y'all see?
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's like a little pathway. Okay.
Whoa, that's heavy.
Don't fall. Be
yeah,
careful.
It's well lit in there. Yeah, I won't have any trouble getting down for sure. I don't think so. I'm gonna just flip it around so you get a view of the city.
Oh,
sun's going down. Yeah, I guess sun's down. Sun's over the horizon now.
Oh yeah, he good. He gonna ready to get down. Fuck no, he been up there since 9. It's about to be 12 hours, literally. Man, all right. Hey, my anxiety messing up by me just watching you do this.
Me too, a little bit. But it's very safe up here. You got a big flat, like I'll show you. You just got a big flat, relatively flat area. I got a couple feet of clearance each side of my body. You got 3 feet on that side, you got 3 feet on that side at least. And I'll just stand in the middle and doing what I got to do.
That's crazy.
So another thing is encouraging everyone to wear green. Green, if you support abortion rights, green is the color to wear to show that you support abortion rights. That's those movements in Latin America, in Argentina, Colombia, Mexico. They all won. Those women won back their abortion rights in conservative Catholic countries. And part of the way they did it was by wearing green to show support. So they saw, they sent a signal to each other who supports abortion rights. And they realized that there were many. Just like in this country, we are many. Hundreds of millions who support abortion rights, don't want to see our rights rolled back 50 years. And all we got to do is get a little courage. Take a little courage in our hands. Step out together. And we'll make history. We'll change the course of this country. And we'll take, we will show each other that we have the power to create a better world. And I tell you, that'll be the first step. It'll just be the first step, because there's a hell of a lot. You and I both know there's a hell of a lot that needs changing in this country.
Damn.
So this banner's just, I got some magnets from the Home Depot holding it up there. Big 50 or 100-pound lift magnets. And I also got it tied off over here, so there's no chance that it'll fall off.
What time you start going live and stuff?
But how long have we been doing this
No,
live?
how long have you been on
Couple
live
hours,
today? Because everybody been saying they've been here for a while.
Oh, I went live like 3 times today, but this is the longest time that I've been so far.
Wow.
There's the city. I wonder what's going on downtown. I hope people are in the streets, and I hope they're being nonviolent.
Everybody, I'm telling you, everybody probably watching this. Like, everybody,
Say
a lot
again?
of people probably watching this.
Yeah, I guess a few people are.
This is crazy, man.
Yeah.
I just cannot believe that you really got here.
I mean, this is just the opening. This is the opening battle. This is not like the end of the war. This is not even the beginning of the war. This is a struggle to win back our rights. It doesn't have to take a long time, but if it does, we gotta be ready for the long haul.
So who is Tracy?
You know?
Why everybody keep saying Tracy? Who is Tracy?
Tracy's the lady in charge of she's the police officer who's in charge of talking to me. And she's just been calling me for like the last couple hours, telling me to come down. And they have cases of water down there. We need to talk to her. She's been trying to tempt me to come down.
We need to talk to her and ask her why haven't nobody went up there yet. You keep talking about come down. Why
come on, Tracy. Set up some water.
Mediate with this man. Nothing. Like nothing. Like what? Everybody in the city scared to go up there.
I don't know.
Like I'm lost. Like this is their job to actually have these emergency response situations. So I'm lost as to why they haven't sent anybody up there yet for this emergency response for the last 12 hours.
Oh, they got a big
Oh my
trampoline.
God! So what they think you gonna jump?
I'm not gonna jump. No,
don't
sir.
Jump down there.
Hell no. You're out your damn mind.
Hell no! Don't jump down there. They crazy as shit.
Oh
my God!
You're crazy.
They got a damn airband down there. Somebody jump. Hell no.
Yeah, I don't think so. Not like it. Oh God, I just get busy thinking about it.
We ain't going that route.
Yeah.
Whoa, these people is really crazy. So on the other side is the water, and on that side is the thing. Okay.
Yeah, we got a river, and I'm basically up on the DC side. I guess that's Virginia side, or is that Virginia or Maryland?
Virginia.
I'm not from here.
Yeah.
Virginia, yeah.
I just cannot believe cannot believe they haven't sent nobody up there yet. Like this, and they finally that should have been down there like within your second hour. Okay, so when did the police notice that you was there?
Pretty quick, within an hour, I think. They told me my friend called and said they had snipers on the roof. I don't know if they still do. But I called them up pretty quick. I called them, let them know I was a nonviolent person and was not going to be causing any trouble. So I hope they don't have snipers aimed at me 24/7.
No, they probably got no snipers on you.
Yeah, that's my friend.
So you let them know that you was a nonviolent person, that you was up there standing up for your rights, and that's basically it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just going to put a shirt on because it's a little chilly out here.
Nah, no helicopters can't come up there because the wind would like knock him down. So no helicopters coming to rescue him.
Yeah, that's what honestly that's what I thought they were going to do. Is like send a helicopter with like one of them ladder things.
You wouldn't be able to hold on to the bridge. Like the wind, like
maybe you're right. Yeah, you're probably right.
Chopper things, the pelicans, whatever they call. Yeah, the propellers or whatever.
You're probably right.
They're gonna be going too fast, and it's gonna like blow you back. So no, they wouldn't even risk that.
Yeah, they had one of them cherry pickers on the bridge earlier this morning, like one of those big lift, the big lift things that has that big crane type thing that has the box with the guy in it at the end of it.
Yeah. Okay,
but
so
they
what if
decided not
he
to do
was a
that.
person that's like basically like suicidal? You saying that they wouldn't have went up there to rescue him? Come on now, be real.
Right.
And
Yeah, I don't know.
he so happens to have a phone and everything, and a person that's going to go commit suicide not gonna have no phone. So you mean to tell me that they would not go up there?
Yeah, I think they figured out pretty quick that I wasn't a danger to anybody or to myself. So I guess they just figured the easiest thing is just to wait it out. And maybe they thought that I would come down pretty quick, but I'm just, I believe in this, and I believe in getting the word out as far as possible. So I'm just trying to, take every opportunity I can. I mean, I climbed the fucking bridge. I'm only going to have one chance at this, so may as well make it as good as it can get. That's my orientation. I did bring some snacks. Someone said in the chat, I brought snacks, but my water bottle fell out as soon as I opened my backpack up here. I lost my water. And because I don't have water, I don't want to eat any snacks because then I'm going to be
Definitely
like
gonna be ready to go now.
even
You
in worse position.
cat and mouse. You like it's time to go. And
Exactly.
it was all for nothing.
Exactly.
All over some water.
Oh Lord, and I can see, it's like I can see this water. I'm on top of a river. I can see hundreds of thousands of gallons of water flowing past me every second, but I can't reach a single drop. Just want to drop a line down into that river and pull up a cup full of water. If I had a cup.
No.
Yeah, man. But tell me about yourself. I don't know anything about. Everybody said you got to get Will on. You got to get Will on. Like, I don't know who
I'm
Will is. I'm looking
Willroy.
for him.
I'm like a DMV blogger. I talk about all the latest tea that happens in the DMV. I'm actually migrating out to like Atlanta and like New York and North Carolina. I get different type of tea, and I just go live and get the people on my live to basically explain themselves. Like they may tell me about their problems. They may be having some like rape issues, or like it'd be like different problems, like maybe baby mother, baby father issues with the baby father doesn't want to take care of the child, and I have reunited families. I have talked to Relisha Rudd father to try to help find the mother because she was like off of drugs, and like after her daughter passed away. I mean, but actually she went missing about like 10 or 12 years ago, and she hasn't been found, but they haven't found no body or anything, so they feel like she's still out here somewhere. So I have talked to the father. I tried to talk to the mother. Like, I mean, it gets messy, but like I said, I've been doing this for the past year, and over the past year, I've seen a lot of domestic violence that comes to my platform, and I really don't like domestic violence because I'm a victim of domestic violence. So I try to actually build another platform where it reaches out to the domestic violence people to try to get their story out, because some people don't have nobody to talk to. So I'm the guy that you can come and talk to with no judgment.
Oh, that's awesome.
We don't judge you on a domestic violence. Even if you have called the police, we don't do none of that over here. So
yeah.
I mean, it gets messy. I have started fights. I mean, I've got fights diffused. I mean, it's a lot happens, like a Jerry Springer, Maury. I got DNA tests. I mean, it's a big platform and a DMV, which I'm trying to just migrate, and make it bigger. So they were coming on here and telling me to get on here to talk to you. I don't know, they want me to talk you down. I didn't know what they wanted me to do, but I just was like, okay, let me get on the live and see what's going on. I didn't even know that you were up here all this time.
Oh, it's awesome. Oh, thank you so much for talking,
like, thank
sharing
you for
time.
sharing your story. Like, I mean, like I said, I'm with your movement. I know a couple people that will be with your movement. So, I mean, once you get down and everything, and once everything clears, I know you're going to have a lot of DMs. I know you're going to have a lot of messages and friend requests and everything, but I'm going to make sure that I message you and see, how everything went when you get out and everything.
What's the best way to get in touch with you? Do you have like a website, or if you send me a number or something, I'll put it in my phone. I can call you up or something like that. Hold on. Trying to think how I can do this without losing the thing.
I'm a DM it to you. I'm gonna put it under like one of your posts. I'm gonna put my number under the post. Just remember, Will Live 3. I'm gonna put it under the post. It's be my direct line.
Cool.
Get in contact with me. I'm telling you, we with your movement.
Yeah, we can do good work.
I really support your movement, and I appreciate you from all the women that really appreciate you for real.
Yeah, for real. Absolutely. Okay. This also impacts domestic violence because a lot of women
domestic violence and have been raped, and like a child mate was, and you know what I'm saying, put in them, and they don't want to have a baby by, you know what I'm saying, rape victim. You know what I'm saying, rape victims don't want to have a baby by. It's crazy. So.
Absolutely. Good stuff.
So I mean, I'ma still tune in and watch you and see when you gonna go down. Cause I mean, are you still gonna go maybe live until you go down?
Maybe I should. I can keep because I guess there's probably new people that hop on, people hop off. So not everyone's Does this get recorded? Do you know? Is it possible to see it again? Or
end it, just push share to your page, and it'll share to your page. So you'll be able to save it.
Well, I'll try and do that. Hopefully, it doesn't. I don't screw it up because
as soon as it ends, just make sure that you push share instead of, it's gonna say share or delete, and just push share, and then it's gonna ask you to make a comment, and then you can make whatever caption that you want to make it as, and then push share, and then it's gonna go to your page.
Yeah. I'll give it a go. Absolutely. Yeah, so we've been out here for a while, so I don't know. You probably have things you got to do. Anytime you got to hop off, that's awesome too. But otherwise, we just run it.
They say we need to save his battery for he coming down tonight. So it's not like he need to save his battery for a whole nother day or anything. He's coming down tonight. Once his battery thing probably go on 15%, or give him a little alert to let him know his phone going dead. He's probably gonna come down.
Let me see if I can check the battery. And see, I got it just running off the battery right now. Give me a second. It's a good little charger. I got one more battery after this one.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll be tuned in, and I'll make sure I send you my number.
Yeah, good stuff. I'll see if I can pull some more people in because there may be some other people that want to do the live thing too. And anyone has any questions? Do you see any questions in the chat or anything like that? Because I'm new to Instagram. I never used it practically before this. But if there's any questions anyone has that happy to answer,